Okay, welcome everyone. This is again International Master Alex Slenderman. Now in the past, the stuff that I've shown beginners is basically how to respond against e4, because that's the most popular move that you'll find on the chessboard when you're beginning to play chess. But then, as you go along, as you become a better chess player, you start to see different openings besides e4, e5. You start to see semi-open openings like Sicilian defense, the French, the Caracan, etc. And also, if you're black, you might end up having to face against people moving from the queen pawn, or the bishop pawn, or sometimes even the knight out first, which is something you want to be able to deal with also in an efficient way, and be able to have a solid position, not just to collapse. Now, e5 already is not that good because we just lose a pawn. So that in a way stops you from playing e5. So already it's going to be a different kind of position. It's going to be a closed position, as you probably will see. There are a lot of ways you can play here, but I think the most efficient way of playing this opening is just to play d5. d4, d5, just like e4, e5, you play d4, d5. Basically just doing the same thing he does, trying to open up the bishop, try to control the center, prevent them from playing e4 as well. And just pretty efficient. And let's say we go knight f3, you play knight f6. Now usually when white plays d4, it's going to be a queen's gambit, something like c4. It's called the queen's gambit because it's a gambit because, we're sacrificing a pawn. Looks like a pawn is on pre, right? So that's the idea of a gambit. But it's not really as much of a gambit as, say, some other gambits, like the Smith-Morra gambit that I've shown you before. Because here, as you see, it's pretty easy to get back the pawn. Let's say white just plays e3. How do we defend that pawn now? Well, this is clearly not too good because it blocks the pawn, which blocks the bishop. So this is already a weakening move. Plus, white has ideas like this. So what else? Usually an efficient way of defending a pawn to try to really hold on to it is defending it by a pawn. Well, let's look at what happens here. White plays a4, c6, takes, b3. Keep putting pressure on that pawn, and now notice how all the other pawns become vulnerable. If they take, we can take here and then take here. White has a strong center and they're ahead in development. They can try this move. And then let's say after this check, white gets back this pawn pretty easily. As you see, this pawn becomes so weak, and since it's easy to break up the base of the pawn chain just like that, it's not really a problem to get that pawn back. And notice how white has a much stronger center, because black got rid of the central pawn which controls the center, which is a pretty important factor. So that's why in my games, I usually shy away from taking that pawn. Because what happens is you lose control over the center. And then it becomes a lot of complicated lines where you have to know a lot of theory. The way I like to play it is just solid and safe and sound. Just play c6. Now why c6 and not e6? Well, whenever you make a move, you always want to think about the future of all your pieces. It helps this bishop. But just like we just saw, bishop e6 blocks this bishop, so that's why you don't want to play that, right? That's a common beginner mistake. You put the bishop right in front of the central pawn, you block the other piece. So that's what you don't want to do. So what can we do here? We can play e6. But now, what do we do with the bishop on c8? It's blocked in, right? So now we have to think of other ways to develop it. Maybe if you encounter it. But for a beginner level type player, it becomes very complicated. You have to worry about extra issues of starting to figure out creative ways to develop a piece. We don't really need that in a game, right? So I suggest a simple way of dealing with this problem. And the rule I found in playing the Slav Defence is, as soon as white plays c4, you play c6 right away. And then, if they take, you just take back. And then that helps you develop all your pieces. And you're in a pretty good shape. Another move you don't want to do is knight c6. Because look what happens then. If you don't defend the central pawn right here at any point, look what white can do. They can take, and then again grab the control over the center. Or same thing, or same thing like this. So the bottom line is you have to find a way to defend the central pawn with a pawn, so that you can recapture it with a pawn if they take you. And the key is not let white have a strong center, because if you give white too much space, guess what? They'll put pressure on you the whole game, and you'll be like, oh my god, I don't like this game. So you don't want to have to deal with that problem. So c6. Now let's say they go here. We still don't want to take, it becomes extra issues. This might be a line, but you have to deal with a4, and then again, this pawn becomes weak for the future. And if black loses the pawn, white has a strong center. You don't want to do that. So the move I found is pretty efficient. Bishop f5. Again, bishop f5 first, and then you play e6. So in other words, you develop that bishop out first, and then you play e6 to stabilize your whole position and have a comfortable game. Now, that's the main difference between the Slav and the semi-Slav. In the semi-Slav, usually what black does is they play e6 first. Blocks the bishop, becomes a complicated line. There are a lot of variations. White plays this, they can play e3, it becomes a lot of complications. But as I said, black for a low-rated player, it becomes all tough. So think, what do you do with that bishop? This move makes a lot of things much easier. Now, what can white do here? Okay, well, there are several options. This is a typical position that oftentimes a lot of players will get into. Now, one of the main problems, per se, of bishop f5, for which experts sometimes criticize this move, is that very often white has this, or even queen b3. Queen b3, is an interesting move with the queen that occurs very often after the c-pawn moves out in a closed opening. It's a move that you always want to be very aware of, if that makes sense. Because look what it does. It brings the queen out right away, and it starts putting pressure. It can't really be chased out of here. And look how it pressures the center. It pressures the d5 pawn. But most importantly, as soon as the bishop moves, pressures the d7 pawn. Now, a typical mistake here would be to play b6. That's a move we don't ever want to play in the Slav, from the white side and the black side. Because look what happens. Look at these weak holes. c6 now is very weak. This whole diagonal is very weak, hard to block on that diagonal. And the square is very weak. Let's say one possible line might be, knight goes here. And here, what do we play here? Well, there are a lot of good moves here, but now black's just down in exchange pretty much. So just like that, if you create holes in your position and create weaknesses, they can be capitalized pretty quickly. So you have to be very careful not to create weaknesses. Very, very careful. And this move is a typical mistake that people make in the Slav, which creates weaknesses. So my suggestion is, after queen b3, after white plays queen b3, just basically play queen b6. And then, black is fine. Now, what can white do here? Well, first of all, one of the lines might be to take this. And then go here. So what's white threatening? Well, it looks like they just developed a piece, but they're really trying to take here and then take here. So of course we have to play e6. And then if they go knight b5, what do we do? Well, we don't want to go king d7, because then the other knight jumps in, and again, you have to look at opponent's ideas, opponent's threat before you move. look at, see what can opponent do, and just double check. So we just go here. And then, before you know it, we can get the bishop out, we can castle. Bottom line, have a good solid position. We have an open file, semi-open file, and a semi-open file on the C file. So really, it's really not as bad as people might think. These doubled pawns look weak. They're both isolated and both doubled. Looks pretty bad, right? But I've played enough games with it to see that, you can easily make a draw in desperation with black. And of course, if you're a better endgame player, you'll win. Because, black definitely has enough counterplay. If white gets careless, black can really penetrate in a really good way and really do some damage. The only line you have to be somewhat careful of is e3. Because white's idea is to do this. And then all of a sudden put pressure here. And then put pressure there. And then they win this pawn. And then they can pile up here. That's the only variation you have to be really careful of, which I fell for a few times. But I realized that even this is not that bad. The only thing, again, you have to be a little bit patient. Before moving the knight, I always suggest playing e6. So the bottom line is just a standard rule. Before you move out the knight, before you decide where the knight goes, play e6. Because you'll have to play e6 no matter what to try to get the bishop out. It's like a mandatory move. As I always said, it's best to make the easy moves first to get them out of the way and then make the harder moves. So again, this is the move you're going to make no matter what. So make that move now. So once again, if they go knight b5, you play knight a6. If they go bishop b5, you make an interesting move here. Now this move you want to be careful, you want to try to remember. Play knight f7. Looks so awkward. But what do we do with knight c6? Well, as we just saw, knight e5 followed by knight e4 is a long pleasant, right? So that's what we do to stop them. Knight d7, bishop d6, and now king e7. Try to get all our pieces out. Now notice how king e7, we play king e7, not castles, under any circumstances in the Slav, especially when the queens are traded, because notice how safe the king is here. The position is closed, and the queens are off the board. Clearly indicates that it's totally safe to castle. And then we just bring the other rook to c8, and then start putting pressure on the open files, semi-open files, and try to open up the game. And sooner or later, it's just a matter of who plays the better endgame wins. And recently I've produced some endgame lectures as well, so you might want to take a look at that, especially if you want to play this opening. So the bottom line is, a lot of people are afraid that, you have these double pawns, but really, it's pretty safe. The next lecture on this opening, I might even show some games with this to just show you that, it's safe. Now, there's something you have to be aware of, not to do in a Slav. Well, we already know that if they play c4, we don't want to play c6, knight e6 because it takes, then knight f3, and then white has control over the center. Let's say this. What can white do here, for example? Several good moves here. Well, there are two moves that just ring the bell right away. e4, threatening e5 and d5, controlling the center. Or just d5 right away. I mean, why not? The knight's in a decent square, so keep him out of there. If they go here, what do we do? Well, again, we always look for good moves, but always also look at the best moves. Look at least a few options. Three candidate moves. So, queen a4 check. Winning. Again, always pay attention to loose pieces. And also, of course, look at the threat. So, again, it's all about just being careful, but if white's careful, they'll just be fine. And same thing here, this is not too good. But a lot of people get a misconception right here. Let's say we go knight f3. Knight f6. And then, c4. Okay, well now, what do we do here? Because now this is a little bit tricky. if they go d5 here, then we can take. And then all of a sudden white still has the center, right? Right, exactly. So the point is that as I always said in this position, bottom line is as soon as white plays c4, rule of thumb, you play c6. Knight c3, d5, and that's it, and we're fine. And then we develop the bishop. Castle, castle. And then, where does the knight go out? To d7. And then some of the basic plans that black has is get the knight over, and then try to perhaps play e5 and open up the center. But the bottom line is black's solid. Black has a good game out of the opening. This bishop is blocked in, and black has just a comfortable position where they basically know what they're doing. And black has some comfortable games. If white tries c5, let's say, then black can do queen c7 with the idea of e5. So the bottom line, c5 is not the best move because even though it attacks the queen, but the key is you just don't take, because then pawn takes, white has some interesting counterplay, and also it opens their a file. So you do not want to take on b3. But queen c7 is, much safer. Much, much safer. Followed by playing e5. Again, since white played c5, it's not the best move because it relieved the tension right here off the d5 square. So now black can simply play e5 and get some good counterplay. Rook e8, maybe take here, or maybe play e4 and then have some kingside attack. And a backup plan of breaking through again, since white played c5. Perhaps you can play b6, takes, pawn takes, b5, get the knight over to c4. It's a good position for black. Very, very good. Now, one thing you have to be aware of is, suppose you're not sure what to do. Again, just go on based on the rule of thumb. c4, as soon as c4, move c6. Now, why don't we go here? Well, some people say, he cannot control the center right away, so it's okay to play here. Well, not quite. The knight really belongs on d7 in the Slav, after we develop the bishop. So basically we develop the knight first, then the bishop, then e6, and then knight d7. That's the general rule. But we don't want to put the knight here, because look, let's say he goes here. Knight c3, totally different opening. This pawn on c7 is blocked, so black can't play c6. And then the d5 square is not as well protected, and black can now put a lot of pressure on it. And before you know, the bishop on c8 is blocked anyway. So it's really not a comfortable position for black to play now. It's not something you want to get involved in, against a player who has some idea how to play closed openings. Now finally, let me show you some little tricks that you can do in the Slav. Some of the good ideas. Say they go here. Actually, let's say they make a mistake, they develop the bishop. This bishop first, bishop before the knight. Okay, well, the natural move is bishop f5, but in the Slav, as you'll get used to, as I'll show you in the future lectures, the bishop f4 move, the bishop f5 move, and the queen b6 moves get along very well. So in other words, make friends with that queen b6. Even though you get the queen out a little early, but just like white can put pressure on it with queen b3 on the pawns, same thing that black can do. And now look how white is ready and in a little bit of trouble. They can, let's say, play b3. And then notice how things are getting very, very hairy. Very, very, very weak. Takes. e5. And before you know it, these pins are so devastating that it's hard to defend against everything at once. mate threat, knight takes e5 threat. Black has a great game. Oh, another little trick might be, let's say they go here. This happened in one of my games once. What do we do here? The idea is that they're trying to double the pawns up so that, the plan is disrupted and then just develop. But white forgot about something, that black can make an intermediate move. Very, very strong. Queen takes b2. Two threats, and then knight a4, just queen b4. Very, very strong for black. Black's much better. They have two bishop advantage. This is a big, big pin right here without a pawn on b2. And sooner or later, black will have all the pieces developed. Then get the rook over. And the time that I play this game, white resigned like 4 moves later, because they were down 2 pawns. So this is very good for black. So again, make friends with the queen b6 idea. Make sure you always remember, especially when this bishop on c1 moves somewhere, always look at how you can pressure these pawns, b2 and d4. And of course, again, the other line is, if they say try to do this, don't try to go for the pawn, because then if he plays e3, white gets a strong counterplay. As I'll show you in the next lecture, what happens if white goes for that. This is a very strong idea. But that idea you only play if white queen goes out and this bishop goes out somewhere. So that way this is unprotected, and also here we're attacking the queen. So here we gain a tempo in an interesting way. If they take, we can say go here, then take, very strong for black. Gains a lot of tempos, and if we go here, we'll take, and then next move, we'll play d5, b5, very solid. This is like one instance where you can't really get this pawn back very easily here. And now we're up a pawn. So just try to make sure you practice these lines and just get comfortable in these ideas. Now here's another little trick that sometimes people fall for. Bishop g5. Now here you have to be careful. What do we do against this? We'll look more into that later on, but again, we don't want to allow this so quickly, because then, as I said before, white gets a good game, white disrupts black's plan. So you make a very interesting move, you attack that bishop first. Now let's just look at how one game could possibly end in a very interesting way. Bishop h4. Now black plays c4. Bishop f5, c4, c6. Pawn takes. Pawn takes. Pawn takes. Queen b3. Queen c7. Just basically defending everything, and then try to play e6. And all of a sudden white's like, oh, I can get this pawn. But not so quickly. So again, there are some little fancy ideas in this variation as well. You might want to look out for. And sometimes white has to be careful. But again, that's what I'm saying. When you play a solid opening where you have, a lot of future, a lot of potential, and when you're developing all your pieces, you're playing actively, and you're not taking any unnecessary risks or chances. And when you're basically following the basic opening principles along with some rules that you know, you can have some pleasant results even very early in the game. And that occurs very, very often. Much more often than you might think, actually. So again, bottom line is, Slav, just play solid. Just try to be comfortable with whatever you're doing. And again, remember, c4, then you play c6. And remember, essentially, if you want to get better at the opening, make sure you try to practice it all the time against this line, and then see what happens. So again, looking forward to meeting you in the future lectures of the Slav, where we're going to explore some future plans, some more expert ideas, and I'm going to show you some games as well. But for now, I hope you really enjoyed the video. And see you next time.